Hello, it's David the Custodian again. As I promised, I'm re-uploading my uh, opinions review of Rogue One. I know this is an older thing, but uh, as nerds know, there's really no end of opinions on these topics. So I'm going to share mine. I know a lot of people will not agree with my opinion, but it's just my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, that's fine. You feel free to share yours in the comments below. Keep it civil, please. So, the title of this video is Rogue One, Instant Classic or Fanservice Overload. I'll come right out and say it. I don't like that movie. I don't like Rogue One at all. And I'll tell you the reasons why I don't like it. You may think these reasons are silly or maybe poorly thought out, but they're mine, so I'll share them. First of all, my first problem with the movie is everyone dies. Like, all of the main good guys and all of the, tertiary good guys, the secondary good guys, they all die. They all die, and we're left with CG Leia, and that's the only thing we get out of this. I just don't like stories that end that way. I would have preferred it if maybe one of the secondary characters or somebody like that made it back and said, we did it, we've got the thing, and we're all good. We've got the Death Star plans. Everything's happened, and I'm sorry, but those guys died. And, everybody could have been sad at that point or something instead of just those guys being dead. But it just kind of left you hanging with, look, they're dead. But it's all good. Here's CG Leia. Oh, okay. Doesn't fix the ending for me. I think this is a really good example of a bad ending ruining a movie. But another point I have that I really dislike about this movie is it's too much fan service. A little fan service is okay, and in fact, a little fan service is appreciated by most fans. It's kind of lets them know that the studio actually cares about its fans enough to throw them a bone every once in a while. That's fine. That's fine. But the amount of fan service and stuff like this, it kind of gets past that point where it's fine. It gets too much. It feels like the studio is trying too hard to just print money. And I don't care for that, really. I really don't in most situations. There's always exceptions, but this one is not an exception. It just feels like they're trying way too hard to get our money from us. The best example maybe of something similar would be if you go on a date with somebody and they are just trying way too hard and it's off-putting. That's how I feel with this. It's just they're trying way too hard. And I don't like it. It's off-putting to me. It's my opinion. Going back to CG Leia, oh, it's so cringy. I understand they can only do so much with CG, and we've been kind of spoiled with how good CG is anymore. Everything looks almost lifelike, but that I remember sitting in the theater and just cringing when I saw CG Leia come onto the screen. It's just not very nice. I don't care for it. But I'm willing to kind of, if that was the only thing wrong with the movie, I would give it a pass. It's not that terrible, but it is cringy. I know a lot of people do like the scene with Vader when he comes down the hall and kills all of the rebel soldiers. And I actually agree with you. That's a good one. I like that they put that in there because it really ties that movie a little bit better to Episode 3, where Anakin was very, very proficient with the lightsaber, because you're seeing Darth Vader coming down being very proficient with the lightsaber. I'm very aware that the reason why the lightsaber battles were not the same caliber in the original trilogy is just because these are real people, not fighting behind blue screens or anything like that. These are real guys, and bulky, at least in Vader's instance, in a bulky suit, and they're really just doing the best they can with what they have. They don't have CG to help them. They don't have blue screens to make it look like they're flying all over and jumping on top of stuff and jumping up the walls. That doesn't exist when they made those, and that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that. It's a movie. That's the limitations they had to deal with. But yeah, I do like that tie-in with the very good quality of the lightsaber dueling in Episode 3. It works, but that doesn't fix the movie for me. It's a fun scene. I think everybody who saw that was kind of like, ooh, now that's cool. Now, whether they thought the rest of the movie was cool or not, well, that's your personal opinion, I guess. Whether you think that movie's good or not. To wrap up, I just don't care for Rogue One. I think they overdid it on the fan service. I don't like movies where everybody dies at the end with no real redemption, I guess, for the movie beyond that. I mean, there's a slight nod to the first Star Wars movie, which is called now A New Hope. There's a slight nod to that, kind of the lead into the beginning scene of that movie, but I think it was done so weakly that it's really not, it doesn't fix the movie, in my opinion. So I'll leave it at that. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. Keep it civil. I know us nerds have strong opinions, and we like to express them strongly, but wishing my mother dead or something along those lines is not an appropriate way to speak between two adults. So keep it civil. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.